All right, welcome back to the WTA Finals, and we are ready for the second matchup between Keys and Anisimova. Now, apparently, if Anisimova wins, Raducanu is into the semis. So that is, it doesn't matter if it's 3 sets or straight sets, that is the situation. So the only way Raducanu doesn't get through is if Keys wins. So, yeah. So if Anisimova does beat Keys, Raducanu is into the semis, and it'll become a playoff match between Anisimova and Swiatek in a couple of days. It means Keys is out as well if she loses. So that's an interesting. That makes it super simple if Anisimova wins. But of course, she's got to play and beat Keys. They've never played before, which is interesting. Anisimova hadn't played Raducanu either. So. Yeah, and she hadn't played Swiatek before this year, so it's, Anisimova's playing all these ladies for the first time this season. Whereas there's other players like Sabalenka, she played a million times. All right, now, before we get to the match, I have postcards, because I went to the PO box, and there's a bunch of postcards. If you do want to send a postcard, by the way, these have already been added to the wall, so if you have sent a postcard in, you might, if you are one of these people, then it's already been added, so you can see that. You'll be able to see it on the list, on the wall. But there it is. There's the PO box. There you go. Send through your postcards. First one here is from Wrocław, Poland. And this one says here, Jams from Wrocław, Poland. And I can't read what it says down below. But thank you for that one, Jams. Appreciate that. Jams is sometimes in the chat. I don't know if Jams is here right now. Look at that beautiful card. Look at that. Europe is just so stunning, isn't it? How lovely is Europe? Ooh, beautiful. All right, next one is from, I've been here, Bath. I've actually literally seen that. I was here with my parents. We went to Bath and saw this. This one says, enjoying your channel. Greetings from Bath, England. Keep up the good work. Regards from Dave. So shout out to Dave. Thank you, Dave, for the lovely. Again, look how good. Look, Europe is just so stunning. Everything just looks so fancy, without even trying. All right, this one is from Gunnison National Park in the US. Yeah, America. Look at that, lovely. And this one says, we appreciate all the you do on Tennis Talk. Keep up to date. Thank you from Liz and Frank. So thank you, Liz and Frank, for the lovely card and nice words. Next one is from Connecticut. Greetings from Connecticut. Look at that. Have I been anywhere in Connecticut? Have I? What's in Connecticut? What's the capital? What's in Connecticut? Am I blind? What's the biggest place in Connecticut? New Haven. Okay, never been there. I've never been to Connecticut. I've been to Massachusetts. Is it close? It's near there, right? It's like right near New York, right? It's on the East Coast. Anyway, this one says, hi, I enjoy your channel. Best wishes from Robin. Hey, thank you, Robin. By the way, Robin, is this the same Robin that's in the chat? Or that was in the chat? Yale is in Connecticut. Okay. I've been to Harvard. I haven't been to Yale. There you go. Connecticut. Thank you. Should I go to Connecticut? Maybe I should. This one here is from Italy. A photo from 1990, apparently. Look at that. Lovely. I don't know. Did you take this photo? Hi, Cam. This is a vintage postcard. This village is so beautiful. We are not that distant from Turin. And I think it's from Ada. So thank you for that. Appreciate that. Look at that lovely card. There you go. Again, Europe, just stunning. And this one is from Mallorca. And it says, there you go. A couple of donkeys in Mallorca. Thanks for the great US Open coverage. Love the cheeky smash and the Federer Q fake drop shot. I'm guessing you're talking about Alcaraz. ATP and WTA should show you more. Thank you for that. It doesn't have a name. From Mallorca, but sorry, I don't know who that is, but you know you are. So thank you for the lovely card from Mallorca. And I feel like you're an Alcaraz fan just by what you're saying. But thank you, everybody, for the postcards. They're already on the wall. They will appear as the stream goes on. So, yeah, maybe it's from Rafa. Send your postcards through. P.O. Box down below. Send them through. We've been doing this for nearly 2 years. We've been doing postcards. So I think we have over 200 postcards. And they rotate around on the wall. So if you have sent a postcard in the whole time, keep an eye out on the postcard wall because that your postcard will be showing up. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. A lot of European postcards this time. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Let's first of all see how Keys looks because she didn't look great in that first match. She was clearly not her best self. But also let's see how Anisimova rebounds after a disappointing first match against Raducanu. She got beat pretty badly in that first match. So let's see if she can recover as well. By the way, word is that Djokovic is playing in Turin. The word on the street is that he is playing Turin. He just hasn't announced it yet. But the word is he will be in Turin. Yay. All right. Players on the court. They're just taking photos. And then we will get started. Okay. Right. FA withdrew from Mets? Yep, he sure did. Raducanu is strong? She is. As a Swiatek fan, Swiatek must be injured. Okay. All right. So if Keys wins, Raducanu tops the group, which means at this stage that Raducanu will take on Pegula in the semis, if that stays the way it is. But of course, there's so much more tennis left. So, but as it stands, we get a semi-final between Swiatek and Sabalenka, and Raducanu will take on Pegula, but obviously we're not even halfway through this tournament, so we've still got plenty more results to come. Okay, I have no idea who's serving. Yeah, Sabalenka Pegula is going to be tomorrow. That's going to be really fun. Is that the first match tomorrow or second? Second match tomorrow. Can't see Swiatek beating Anisimova if she plays like that. And we'll find out. After Paris, what's next? Or we'll see Jannik directly go to Australia? He's playing in the ATP Finals, but after that he's not playing anything. Because he's not playing Davis Cup. So he's got ATP Finals next week, and then after that we won't see him until Australian Open. Because he never warms up for that. He just goes straight into the Oz Open. Yeah. So we've got at least maximum 5 matches of Sinner left. 5 matches of Sinner for the year. 5 more matches. That's if he wins. If he plays, makes the final of the ATP Finals. 5 matches of Jannik Sinner to go. Alcaraz is playing Davis Cup as well, so he'll have more matches. No, Musetti's qualification is not sure at all. He has to win in Athens. If he doesn't win Athens, he won't qualify. So no, Musetti can't he can qualify, but he has to do a lot of work. He hasn't won a title in years. Musetti hasn't won a trophy in like 3 years. Love the Halloween tree. Yep. I bought a tree topper that I'm waiting for to sit on top of the tree. I'm not going to say what it is because it's a surprise. But it's cool. I think it's cool. Keys hasn't been a top 10 player since he's shown up in final. Wow, really? Okay. Yeah, Musetti has to win Athens to qualify. All right. Anisimova's going to serve to start this match. A must-win match for Anisimova. All right. I feel like Amanda will show a better level today. I think so too. Raducanu was too good in that first match. Yeah, Raducanu, I mean, she showed, and she backed it up, didn't she? I mean, maybe we need to give Anisimova a bit of slack after that first, from that first match. All right. Here we go. Anisimova to serve. Can she recover? And how does Keys look? That is another question we're going to find out because Keys was clearly struggling in that first match against Swiatek. She definitely had issues with her serve. As we serve in the back end of Keys, and Anisimova hits a forehand wide. Love 15. I'm going to go with Anisimova in straights. Hey, thank you, Charles, for the 48 months. Appreciate that. For 4 years, Charles. Holy moly. Like, Charles, you're one of only a few people that have been here that long. That's a long time. It's a long time to be here. Actually, we've got a few people that are been around for 4 years. Only 2 people have been around for 5. But thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for sticking around all these years. Love 30. Chance for Keys to break straight away. As that goes out by Keys. All right. All right, 15-30, good ace by... Sorry, 30, good ace by Anisimova. All right, 30 all. As the return goes into the front of Anisimova. And Anisimova hits a winner. 40-30. $40-30. As Keys with the backhand. Into the backhand of Anisimova. Forehand to forehand now as Keys goes to backhand of Anisimova. Again, the forehand of Keys. Anisimova forehand in the net. We get the deuce. All right, we get the deuce. As the return goes in the backhand of Anisimova. Forehand from Keys. As Keys hits a winner, advantage Keys. Advantage Keys. Advantage Keys to take the break. As the return goes to forehand of Anisimova. Keys with a slice. Anisimova forehand in the net. There's the break. Wow. All right. There's the break. Anisimova. Some errors in that game. Keys of the break. 1-love. First serve is a fault. Second serve. A double fault. Love 15. Again, Keys' serve. That's the thing that we've been focusing on. All right, that goes out by Anisimova on the turn. 15-0. As Anisimova hits a great return. 15-30. And we've got a fault, second serve. Another double fault from Keys. 15-40. Break points for Anisimova. First serve is a fault, second serve. Double fault. All right. We're back on serve. And serve, just like against Swiatek, was a lot of double faults in that one too. Probably more double faults today as well because Anisimova's returns are a lot scarier as well than Swiatek. So you can't afford to hit soft second serves. Against Anisimova. All right. Anisimova serves a fault. Second serve. As Anisimova, love 15. Love 15. As she serves again, Anisimova. As the return goes in the forehand of Anisimova. Anisimova gets it out, love 30. Keys clearly has a shoulder injury. That's why she's changed her serve. Yeah, I was saying that the other day. Been saying that all week. Definitely, clearly an issue. All right. Love 30, though. Anisimova being very generous. First serve's a fault. Second serve. Serve at the forehand of Keys. Backing out from Anisimova. Here's a winner. All right, 15-30. I think Keys thought it was going wide. That hit the line. 15-30. Serve again. Into the backhand of Keys. Backhand of Anisimova to the forehand of Keys. As Anisimova hits a forehand winner. All right. As Keys hits a lovely forehand winner. Okay. So even when at least when the rally starts, Keys is not going to hold back. And we saw that against Swiatek. It was just the serve that wasn't working. But once the serve went in, or once the rally started, she was way more competitive. As with a fault second serve. Second serve. Into the backhand of Keys. To the backhand of Anisimova. Keys with a forehand again to the backhand of Anisimova. Keys backhand down the line. Anisimova gets it back, but goes long. All right. 3 breaks to start. 2-1. 2-1. Okay. Two, 1 Keys with the break again. Cool. Maybe she hopes for a win in the tournament. Who's that? Did Team have a more successful career than Zverev? So, yeah. Slam equals better. Yeah. Same thing happened yesterday. Yeah, this is very similar to yesterday's match. You are correct. Okay. Keys with the break again, but I don't know if that matters. 2-1. As Keys double faults. Love 15. Now, the difference between yesterday and today, though, right, is the fact that, like, Keys is double faulting because she is injured, right? The double faults are coming from an injured player, right? Yesterday it was Gauff, double faulting. There was no real, there's no excuse for it, right? There was no reason for it. It was just nerves. It was just, it wasn't, there wasn't a problem with her elbow, her shoulder. Whereas Keys is definitely hurting. And that's why she's changed her service action too, because the way that she's, again, because I think when she takes the racket back, if she takes it back and this motion, if you do, chat, just sit, if you're sitting at work, maybe don't do this, but if you're at home, just like do this, right? Take your arm back, and because that's where you, like, that's how you're serving, right? Is you take your racket back, at least that's how she serves, usually. And you can feel like all in here is starting to stretch and starting to flex, right? And starting to rotate. And that's what is probably hurting, right? So she's going like this. And when you do this, you don't put any sort of strain on this part of, this part of the shoulder, right? You're not feeling like, you're not using this, these muscles as much. You can just kind of bring it up and then hit it, right? Now, you do lose a lot of momentum, especially when you're used to hitting it like this and doing this one. You do, like, lose a little bit more power and momentum, and she's kind of using a bit more, like, more of a throw rather than, traditional serving. But anyways, so I think if Keys double faults a lot today, we got to be a little bit more forgiving because she's clearly injured, right? She's clearly hurt. We can't be like going, oh my God, I can't believe all these double faults. Well, we can, because we know why she's double faulting, because she doesn't usually double fault. It's not a thing. Keys got a great serve. Double fault, consistently double faulting this badly is not, a game. So we've got to be a bit more forgiving. But when you're in Anisimova, knowing that Keys from the first match is not serving well, she's got to serve well on her side. She can't give out free breaks. As we're going to return to the back of the Keys in the net, we're back on serve 2-0. So Anisimova can, clearly she can break Keys' serve, because Keys has given away free points because of the serving, double faults, all that stuff. Anisimova needs to figure out what the hell's going on her side. She can't be giving Keys free games, but she also can't be thinking, oh, Keys can't hit forehands. She can. Keys can hit forehand and backhand. She just can't hit serves. Like the whatever's going on with the shoulder or the arm is not affecting the ground stroke. So Anisimova can't play it safe, but she also needs to play smart. Because she knows that, okay, well, I can probably break her a lot today because she's not 100% on the serve. But on the returns, Keys is totally fine. So you got to play her like she's, like you would. Like you should, like everybody should, right? On the returner serve. So you can't be playing safe. She'll hit winners and you'll hit errors and you'll get pissed off because you're thinking that she's injured, but she's only injured for one shot. Just the most important shot. But on the returner serve, Keys is basically normal. Like see, there's nothing wrong with Keys on the return. You got to treat it like that. You got to play her like she's not going to miss a return. 30 love. Anisimova serves again. Serve at fault. Second serve. As Anisimova, good serve again. 40 love. As we get a fault from Anisimova, second serve. And then Anisimova double faults. Okay. 40-15. 40-15. Anisimova serves again. Into the back of the Keys. Keys in the net. Anisimova holds. First hold of serve for the day. The first lead for Anisimova. 3-2. Look how upset Carlos was when he lost the gold medal and how ecstatic Djokovic was. Never seen that reaction at a slam. Yeah. Well, Djokovic was ecstatic because it was like he had come so close and hadn't won that thing. And Alcaraz, it takes a lot of pride to win that. Different countries react differently to the goal. I mean, I'll tell you this much, and it's sad to say, but if an Australian won, and the Australians won the gold medal in the doubles last year, winning a gold medal in tennis for Australia is not a big deal. It's not nothing, but it doesn't mean as much to the country, or it's not like the country's not expecting gold medals from Australia, from the tennis. When we do well at swimming, that's what we pride ourselves on, right? Whereas there's other countries that either don't have that many competitors, so a gold medal is like, Djokovic would have been like one of like maybe 3 people that won gold medals that year, right? Or Alcaraz, one of a few Spanish, athletes, right? Whereas Australia, we win so many in the pool that's if we don't win in the pool, then that's bad for us. Tennis is like a bonus gold medal, which it's probably the similar in America, right? If Americans win a gold medal in tennis, it's great, but it's also probably not the crown jewel of the Olympics. There's other events that Americans do well at that pride themselves on doing well there, right? So, yeah, different players are going to have different emotions. Actually, no, it's not even the different players. Everyone who wins a gold medal is going to be emotional about it because it's so hard to do. But the reaction or the expectation is different from country to country. The smaller the country, obviously, the harder it's going to win the gold. So if you win a gold from a smaller place, smaller country or with less competitors, it's obviously a bigger deal. But then we know, we've been tracking Djokovic's career for 20 years and how close he was and how devastated. I mean, look at the Rio reaction. Look at the Tokyo reaction, right? And then it was obviously he was going to break down. But then Alcaraz, I was more surprised how like he felt like he let everyone down, and that was like, man, no, you're only you're gonna have another chance. Like you're gonna be there again. Like Djokovic, it was like his last chance, right? But for Alcaraz, I was like, holy shit. But then again, it just shows how much he wants to win for Spain. But again, different. Maybe there's a different expectation. I mean, if he wins the Davis Cup, I wouldn't be surprised this year if he broke down as well. Winning the Davis Cup for Spain would be a huge deal, I think, as well. Because it has been a huge deal in the past for other players. 30-15. All right. When Murray won the Olympics in 2012, it was huge, but when he won the Wimbledon, it was bigger for the country. Yeah, well, that's it, right? I mean, an Australian winning the Australian Open would be probably a bigger deal. I mean, Barty winning the Australian Open was probably a bigger deal than if an Australian won a gold medal in the tennis in the singles. Australians winning the Australian Open is a bigger deal. Because it doesn't happen much anymore. All right, 40-15. But yeah, that's why the Olympics is interesting. It's an interesting event. It's yeah. Anyways, Keys holds 3-3. Three all. Three. All right, back to Anisimova. Both have held serve now, so let's see who can keep hold. As Anisimova says a fault, second serve. As a backhand return goes in the forehand of Anisimova to the backhand of Keys. Keys in the net. By the way, the person, does Australia have any young players? Yes, we got Maya Joint is our best new young player, but then we've got Emerson Jones, who's like one of the best juniors in the girls' juniors at the moment. 15 love. Serve again from Anisimova. There's a fault. Second serve. I don't know if we have any young, how many young players we have on the men's side though. I know we have Cruz, but Cruz is he's 800 in the world, and he's only 16, so he's got time. There's a 19-year-old by the name of Hayden Jones, 900 in the world at the moment. We've only got 3 players in the rankings on the men's side under 21 years old, which is a little bit scary that we don't have that many. That's slim pickings on the men's side. Players under 25, let me check. How many players we got under 25? We got a few more under 25, but under 21, we got none. Then we got a guy called Pavly Marenkov, who's a 19-year-old. He's 590 in the world. But yeah, we don't have too many young players. And the youngest player we have, the best player under 25 we have is School Kate, who's 97 in the world. Hichikata's 124. So, yeah. It's on the men's side, it's a little bit rough. But maybe they're all playing juniors. And then on the women's side, we've actually got a lot of players under 21 that are coming through. We've got Maya Joint, Emerson Jones, Taylor Preston as the 3 best young players in the top 500. Taylor Preston actually just won a tournament in Brisbane, apparently. Maybe a WTA event. She just won an event, so that's good. Let me have a check of the juniors, though. Do we have any young players on the men's side coming through on the juniors that we need to keep an eye on? Let's have a look. Juniors. So we've got no top 20 players, no top 30 players, no top 40 players. Oh, shit. No top 50. Okay, here we go. We got a kid by the name of Daniel Jovanovski. Cruz at 65 in the junior singles as well. So Cruz Hewitt. So there's 2. Have we only got 2 in the top 100? That's not good. Oh no, hang on. And then we got Jake Dembo as well, who is a junior in the juniors for the Aussies. So yeah, we've got 3 top 100 juniors on the men's side or the boys' side. On the girls' side, we have Emerson Jones, who's number 19 now, but she was number 1 for a while. We've also got Talia Cockness. Definitely got demonetized for that. And then we've got Renee Alaim, I think. I'm butchering all the names. And that's it, I think. We've only got 3. Yeah, we've only got 3 players on the girls top 100 as well. So it's great. Come on, what are we doing, Australia? What are we doing? All right, love 15. Where are all these players? What's everyone doing? No one wants to play tennis anymore. All right, 15 holes and Anisimova hits it wide. No, 15 all. Yeah, Maya Joint is definitely our best player. Going forward, like our best hope. But Emerson Jones also, she has got a lot of press here as well during the Australian last couple of Australian Opens. So Emerson Jones and Maya Joyner are the two young guns. All right, 30-15. All right, 30-15. First serve's a fault, second serve. As we get to 40-15, then Anisimova misses the return. All right, 40-15. 9 rules and counting. Yeah, I think in the off-season we're going to put in like 20 rules. We should just make one rule. Common sense. 40-15. Act civilized. As that goes in the net by Anisimova. 4-0. Rule, only one rule. Don't be a dick. That covers like 4 of those rules, I think. All right. Hey, Katakia, thank you for the 37 months. Appreciate that. Thank you for the 37. All right. That goes in the net by Keys on the return, and it's 15-love. All right, 15-love. And the return goes in, and then Anisimova hits it in there. And Anisimova's making way too many errors. That is what's going on right now. She is making way too many errors. That's right. As the return goes to the backhand of Keys, Anisimova hits it in the net again. 15-30. What is going on? $15-30. As Anisimova faults again. As the return goes to forehand of Anisimova. Forehand from Keys. Nope. Anisimova hits along. Another error. Man, Anisimova is really helping Keys out here. 15-40. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. As the return goes to forehand of Anisimova. Keys with the forehand again at the forehand of Anisimova. And Anisimova in the net. Keys is going to serve for the set. That is where we are right now. Keys is going to serve for the first set. Okay. And I don't think anybody expected this. Or maybe somebody did. I don't know. Did anybody expect this? Is this a shock to all, or is this exactly what we thought was going to happen? Anisimova's just given away too many free points. It's Keys is playing solid on the ground strokes, but Anisimova is being very generous. All right. Let's see if Keys can get the job done. Win this first set. Okay. Keys serving for the set. She wins the first point, 15-love. As that goes out by Anisimova on 30-love. Anisimova's starting to get annoyed as well, which is fair enough. All right. 30-love. Keys into the form of Anisimova. Backing up from Keys in the net, 30-15. $30-15. First serve is a fault. As a return goes in the net by Anisimova. 40-15. Set points for Madison Keys to take the first set. And a great serve. Okay. Keys takes the first set. 6-4. Did not expect that. And Anisimova is in big trouble. Man, I don't know why, or I don't know how Anisimova is playing so poorly. Keys is not playing bad, though. Let's give her some credit. It's just the serve that's a problem, or was a problem. Why didn't they show unforced errors? That doesn't help anyone. 4 double faults from Keys, but they were all at the start of the match. A lot of errors, though, from Anisimova. A lot of errors. All right. Let's see if Anisimova can regroup in the second, because she needs some confidence. It's like that Raducanu match completely threw her. Okay. All right. All right. Let's see if Anisimova can get off to a better start. As Anisimova hits it wide, and it's love 15. As Anisimova gets a second point, though, 15-all. All right. Anisimova, by the way, yelling at herself. Big scream from Anisimova. She is not having fun. Making a lot of errors, and she knows that this is, like, if she loses this match, especially in straight sets, that's it. WTA Finals over. The last match might not make any difference. $15.40. Anisimova in trouble. As that goes out by Keys on the return. And it's 30-40. As Anisimova over the net. Keys breaks. 1-love in the second. Anisimova is just totally off today. Setting a break for Keys. All right. Let's see if Keys can finish this off and hold for the rest of the set. She's been serving pretty well since the first couple of games. All right. I've got a fault, second serve. As Keys double faults. Love 15. All right, let's get a fault, second serve. As Anisimova hits it in the net. Love 15. 15-all. as Anisimova wins the next point as well. Keys in trouble. $15.30. As Keys serves a fault, second serve. Serve in the backhand of Anisimova. Keys backhand, win up. And it's 30-all. As Keys serves into the body of Anisimova, good serve. Return goes in the forehand of Keys as Anisimova backhand into the forehand of Keys. To the forehand of Anisimova, Keys forehand to the backhand of Anisimova, into the backhand slice of Keys. Anisimova again to the slice of Keys as Anisimova backhand down the line goes wide. And it's 40-30. This is a bad error or bad miss by Anisimova. All right. Maybe a fault second serve. And the return goes in the net by Anisimova. All right, 2-love Keys in the second. All right. Must-win game for Anisimova, it feels like. All right, as the return goes back into Anisimova, back into Keys, into the forehand of Anisimova. As Keys again to the forehand of Anisimova, to the forehand of Keys. Keys in the net, 15-love. $15-love. As a forehand from Anisimova is a winner, 30-love. By the way, Chad, I'm just mucking around with stuff. Just want to see if it works. All right. That goes wide by Anisimova. 30-15. All right. 30-15. As that goes the net by Keys, 40-15. All right, I think it worked. $40-15 as Anisimova serves again. And it goes in the net from Keys. All right, Anisimova holds. In the second. All right. Cool. I think everything worked. Chat, let me know if you can see any difference in the chat. It's not really a big difference, so don't look too hard, stress too much. All right. All right. Cool. Don't see any difference. Testing. What kind of difference? Cool. Nobody notices it. It's fine. Awesome. Doesn't matter. Everything's fine then. Don't even worry about it. It's good. Everything's good. It's unnoticeable. It's fine. That's good. All right. 15 love. 15 love. As the return goes wide by Anisimova, and it's 30 love. 30 love. Serve again. Into the forehand of Keys. Back in it from Anisimova. Goes long, and it's 40 love. 40 love. $40 love. Key serves again. A fault. Second serve. As the return goes out by Anisimova, 3-1. Anisimova's backhand's not working, and that is not good because that's one of the shots that she relies on the most. All right, Keys, 3-1. 3-1. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Serving to the forehand of Keys. Forehand from Anisimova goes long. And it's love 15. All right. As Anisimova comes in there, puts that away. 15 all. That goes out by Keys on the return. All right, 40-15. As Anisimova serves the forehand of Keys. Keys in the net. And Anisimova holds. But Keys still has the... Still has the break. All right. Cool. Setting a break. All right, so nobody notices the difference in the chat. All right. Everything's cool, though. I'm glad I can see the difference, so it works. I noticed the difference, which is good. Okay. Tomorrow, Gauff Palini is the first match, and then Pegula versus Sabalenka is the second match. That's the situation tomorrow. So we will go from there. Is Ange here? Anyone know if Ange is here? All right, setting a break. Ooh, and we've got Djokovic playing tomorrow night. Thank you, Gene. Appreciate that. What are we doing? 6 p.m. Greece. What are we doing? 3 a.m. So, okay, this time tomorrow, Djokovic. Okay. Well, so we're going to have to do a doubleheader with Djokovic and Sabalenka Pegula. Fuck. Damn it. That's a terrible idea. Anyways, we'll do it. We'll do a doubleheader. We'll have to do it. It's the only way. All right, 15 love. Raducanu will qualify if Anisimova wins. So Swiatek's going for Keys because it won't put as much pressure on her to have to beat Anisimova. And if Raducanu beats Keys, if Keys beats Raducanu and Swiatek beats Anisimova, and Anisimova goes 0-3 in the group, which is kind of crazy, then it would go on a countback. We can skip Sabalenka. No, we cannot skip Sabalenka. That match is so important. So, yeah. Just double fault from Keys, 30-0. By the way, do we have any new members in the chat? Any new members in the chat? Anyone who has just become a member in the last 30 days for the first time? Make yourself known if you are a new member. All right, first serve is a fault, second serve. Sabalenka Pegula has been high quality matches. Oh, yeah, they have. That US Open match I still think is the best quality match we've seen all year on the WTA. It's not match of the year, but it was the best quality match of the year for me. All right, 30-40, break point. Break point for Anisimova to get back on serve. Oh, okay, it works. Thank you, Ms. Anor, for jumping in. And thanks for being a member. Appreciate it. All right, good serve from Keys. Deuce. All right, so it works. Everything's working. Nice. And thank you, Michelle, as well. All right. There's a backhand from Keys. Goes long. Anisimova. A chance to get back on serve. I feel like the new member, the ball should be green. All right, as that goes out by Keys, we're back on serve. And Anisimova ain't done yet. And we are back on serve. Okay. Okay. You changed the ball color. I did. Not by much, though. Only a little bit. It's still pretty much the same. It's just a little slight change. So the new members, the ball looks different. So at least then I can make sense of it. Your ball looks like a basketball. Yes. But it's not. It's a tennis ball. Anyways, great passing shot by Keys. 30-15. So now, when you're a new member, it becomes like a little green ball. And then after a month, it goes to brown. It's a brown, like bronze ball. 2 months is silver. 6 months you get gold. And then a year you get the blue. And then after that, it's 2 years is red. 3 years is purple. 4 years is black. 5 years is orange. And then it goes from there. And if anybody's still around in 10 years, you just have to wait and see. All right, 30-15. This makes it easy for me to know who, like if I look in the chat and I go, okay, silver means you've been here for less than 6 months, but you've been here for over 2 months. So that makes more sense. And then the small tennis ball means you just got here, which is great. We can all it makes it easy for me. I need to just put it on my wall and be like, what is each color? All right, 40-15. Purple means you've been here for a while, yeah. All right, 40-15. By the way, if you want to be a member, it does support the channel, help the channel out. It's $1 a month. Less if you're in America and even less if you're somewhere else. But if you've been a member for over a year, it's blue. The ball should be blue. So between 1 and 2 years, the ball will be blue. It'll change to red after 2 years, and then after 3 years, it changes to purple. So if you've got a purple tennis ball next to your name, those people have been here between 3 and 4 years. So they've been here for a while. So if you've been here if you've got a purple ball, it means you've been here you've been a member for 3 years at minimum. All right. Red Ball next Feb. Nice. I like the blue. It's really pretty. I forgot my color. There you go. By the way, if you are a member and then you know, it's not, you don't have to be a member. As long as you use the same account, you don't have to be a member the entire time. You can, like, sometimes people, you know, become members, come back after like a couple of months, and it goes back to what it was. So it doesn't reset if you do disappear. So let's say for the off season, if you come back in February or January or whenever, and you resume the membership, then it does just pick up where it left off. Hey, thank you, Big Trades, for the 44 months. Oof. Coming up to 4 years. Thank you for the 4 months. 44 months. What does have to happen for Swiatek not to qualify? She needs Anisimova to win tonight, and she will have to lose to Anisimova. So Anisimova winning would make it worse for her, whereas Keys winning would make it better for her because it means that Raducanu hasn't. It means there's still 2 spots up for grabs. If Anisimova wins this, it comes down to whoever wins out of Anisimova and Swiatek. And the way they played last year the last time on the hard courts, it went to Anisimova. So I mean, yeah, it's anyone's guess who would win that one if Anisimova comes back to win this. Silver is between 2 and 3 months. By the way, chat, if you want to do what Big Trades Tennis just did and put your member milestone in the chat, I think you can click on the dollar sign, and it says member. It's free to do. Every month you are a member, you can do that again and again and again. And I can see it in and that's where it pops up in the chat, and everyone can say thanks for being here for this long, and you can show how long you've been here. That's even if you've been here for like a week, like a month, you can do it after a month. So if you want to do that, I think it's yeah, there we go. Tim did it as well. Thank you, Tim, for the 41 months, and thank you, Isaac, for the 34 months. Yeah, I think you press the dollar. I'm pretty sure it's the little whatever that dollar sign is. And then you click membership? No. How the hell do you do it? I don't know how to do it. I can't do it on my end. Apparently. How do you do it? Member gifting. Oh, because I'm not a member of my own channel. Does anyone know how to do it? Is it what I just said? Is it you click the thing? It's the dollar sign, and it comes automatically each month. Oh, okay. It is the dollar sign. Okay, cool. Anyway, it's 15:30 here. As Anisimova hits it wide on the return. 30. Oh. Okay, so yeah, if you click. And this is free member milestone chat. There you go. Hey, thank you, Gurma Hit, for the 13 months as a tier 2 member. Appreciate that. As that goes out by Keys, and Anisimova has a chance to break it. Thank you, Ron, for the 5 months. Ron, you're 1 month away from getting that gold ball again. I know I just changed it, but you'll be back to gold in no time. All right. 30-40, breakpoint Anisimova. And thank you, Tennis Talk Plus, for being here. Did I just thank myself? Hey, Minute, thank you for the membership. Appreciate that. Welcome. Thank you. I'm a member on the other. I can't be a member on my channel. From this channel, I have to be a member from the other channel. Anyway, it's 4 now from Anisimova's a winner. There we go, 5-3. Anisimova has regrouped, and she will serve for the second. By the way, chat, today has delivered so far. What if you give extra money each month? What do you mean? All right. Anisimova serving for the set. They've got a fault, second serve. As Keys wins the first point, love 15. Oh yeah, join the Discord too. If you are a member, join the Discord. Join the Discord. As the return goes out by by Keys. That's 15 all. By the way, Wawrinka and Van der Zandschulp, winner to play Musetti. Van der Zandschulp is winning by 1 set. All right, 15 all. Ace down the tee from Anisimova. 30-15. 30-15. As we get a fault. Second serve. Seven to the front of Keys. Return winner, 30-all. 30-all, Keys. Diana.
Sorry, just finished work and I see results Ryba vs Iga. What happened? I thought it will be 3 sets, but not the results. Can Iga beat Amanda?
Yeah, that was a huge surprise as Keys puts in there 40-30. She can, but I mean, if Anisimova wins this match and comes back from a set down and gets the confidence, it's going to be dangerous. All right, 40-30, take us to a third. Djokovic is playing the ATP Finals, apparently. Yes, he will be playing. As we just serve out wide as a fault, second serve. But yeah, if Anisimova wins this match, then it comes down to the winner of Swiatek and Anisimova will qualify for the semi-finals. Serving to the back end of Keys. Return goes in the net. All right, we're going 3. Again. Back-to-back 3-setters. All right. Good recovery from Anisimova, who's down a set and a break, to get back on serve. And then to break, and then to get back on level terms. All right. You're already in the Discord? Nice. Okay. We're going 3. We are going 3. Second set, by the way, 6 winners and 6 winners and 12 errors by Anisimova, 4 winners and 15 errors by Keys, 4 double faults as well. So the serve still, well, the serving is still an issue for Keys. But Anisimova just steadied her emotions a bit because she was getting a little bit frustrated, or she was very frustrated. And was very annoyed with herself at the start of the second set, but she recovered and kept her nerve. If Keys lose today, will Mirra get a chance in the third match? No. Keys will play the third match. I don't think Keys is gonna. I mean, look, unless she feels like she's hurting more, but I don't think she'll. I don't think I think Keys will play all 3 matches. It's only if Keys feels like her shoulder's getting worse. If she can't qualify, then maybe she won't play because she doesn't want to make it worse. But if she doesn't win this match, Keys, she will be effectively out of the tournament. But Andreeva won't get to play unless Keys decides not to play. And even if Mirra does play, she'll play Raducanu, and it's like, for what? For fun. Yeah, the finals are a 1-week event. Hey, thank you, Sport, for becoming a member. Appreciate it. Thank you. Welcome. And thank you, Ming, for the $2.50. Appreciate that as well. All right. All right, here we go. Keys serving first in the final set. Love 15 and Anisimova. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. There's a double fault from Keys. Love 30. Love 30. As Keys wins the point, 15-30. As Keys serves a fault, second serve. As Anisimova just missed the return. And it's 30-0. As the return goes into the forehand of Keys. Keys in the net. And it's 30-40. All right. Break point Anisimova to start the final set. And she does with a return winner. All right, Anisimova will take the 1-love lead. In the final set. By the way, can everybody just type 1 in the chat? I'm just trying something out. Just testing something out. Why is this not working? I don't know. Anyways, 15 love. Thank you, everybody. I don't know why it didn't work, but... All right. 30 love. All right, 40 love. Anisimova to get back, or to get the take the 4-1 lead. And she double faults, 40-15. And the return goes out by Keys. All right. And Anisimova takes the 2-love lead in the final set. WTA needs an next-gen finals as well. I agree. Can you imagine? The next-gen finals for the WTA this year would have been so crazy too. Mboko, Andreeva, Eala, Joint, Jovic. I mean, come on, that's just silly. Like, how good that would be. How crazy that would be, you know? I'm probably missing players, but that's like insane. Valentova, yeah, Valentova. It'd be crazy. All right, 15 love as Key serves an ace. As the return goes out by Anisimova, 30 love. $30 love. As the return goes out by Anisimova, 40 love. $40 love. She serves a fault, second serve, Keys. What happened to the Elite Trophy? They stopped doing it because I guess people were confused what it was. I liked it personally, but you know what I would have loved to see? If the winner of the Elite Trophy somehow got a wild card into the WTA Finals. That would have been an interesting way to do things. Like, let's say the number 8 spot was left for the winner of the Elite Trophy. So if you win the Elite Trophy, you also got to play in the big show. That would have been pretty fun. It would have been a lot of tennis. You would have had to play for like 2 weeks straight, but I think that would have been interesting because then you could have had like the number 15 in the world qualify and have a crack at the top 8. That would have been interesting. But they got rid of that tournament, so it doesn't matter. All right. The winner of the Elite Trophy should have been an alternate. Yeah, I mean, that could have been fun too, yeah. Well, the winner of the Elite Trophy could have been an alternate even without playing. All right. But yeah, next gen finals for the ladies. This year would have been a great time to have it. I don't know if it might not be as good in the future, but this year would have been great to have the next gen finals. With the amount of young players doing well this year, would have really showcased the best of the next, you know? All right, Anisimova serves. A fault. Second serve. Would you rather have Anisimova's backhand or Keys' forehand? Anisimova's backhand. Keys' forehand is a little too inconsistent. It's a great shot, though, when it's working, but it just doesn't work enough. Whereas Anisimova's backhand is ridiculous. Most of the time. All right. 15 love. As that goes in the net from Keys. 30 love. As we get a serve again. Here's a fault, second serve. As Anisimova comes in and puts away the forehand winner, 40 love. $40 love. 40 love. As the return goes forehand of Anisimova. Forehand from Keys. The backhand of Anisimova. Anisimova in the net. 40-15. 40-15. As the return goes out by Keys, 3-1. Anisimova in the third. All right. Keys. Double false, love 15. As Anisimova goes love 30. Love 30. As Keys serves again. And we get a backhand into the forehand of Keys. Keys goes wide. And it's love 40. All right, first serve is a fault. Second serve. As Anisimova hits out in the return. 15-40. All right, 30-40. As we get a fault, second serve. Return goes back end of Keys. Forehand now from Anisimova to the forehand of Keys. Keys puts away the winner. Ooh. Deuce. Beautiful forehand winner from Keys. Deuce. As Anisimova gets another break point. To take the double break in this final set. As we return now to the back of the Keys. Keys hits long. 4-1. 4-1. Anisimova 4-1. Okay. Four one. All right. So Gauff and Paolini will be the first match tomorrow, followed by Sabalenka Pegula. Sabalenka Pegula is, well, the winner of that match could qualify for the semis. So that's a big, big match. And I like that they did it in that order because it's much. I feel like it's better when you do the match that between the two winners second, just because then you kind of know like there's an opportunity for someone to qualify. Like here, if Anisimova wins, Raducanu qualifies, but we don't get to celebrate Raducanu qualifying because she already played. Like, you know what I mean? It's much more fun if Raducanu versus Swiatek was now and Anisimova had won the first match, let's say, or like won this match earlier. We could have been able to celebrate, somebody qualifying, but tomorrow we might be able to do that. Sabalenka or Pegula might qualify tomorrow. And that would be fun. All right. All right. Anisimova 4-1. Double break. As we get a fault from Anisimova, second serve. What's the formula for Anisimova Pegula final? You need Pegula to win tomorrow, and you need Anisimova to beat Swiatek. So if Anisimova beats Swiatek, she will be second in the group, which means she will play the first of the group. Actually, no. Ooh. So you'll need if Anisimova beats Keys and Swiatek, she'll be second in the group because she already lost to Raducanu. Raducanu will be top of the group, and then one plays two, right? So then you would need Pegula. To be honest, you probably need Pegula to lose tomorrow and then win her final match and finish second in the group to avoid Anisimova until the final. So you need Sabalenka to top the group. So that would probably mean Pegula losing tomorrow and then winning her final match against Paolini. Does that make sense? So Pegula Anisimova final. Right now, it's most likely if Anisimova can beat Swiatek, it doesn't matter what, that's already, this group's already set. But tomorrow, you probably need Sabalenka to beat Pegula, but Pegula needs to then win her last match to make that a little easier. There might be another situation where, Pegula wins tomorrow, but then lose the final match, and then she finishes second. But it'll depend who, it'll probably depend on Paolini then. Because if Paolini beats Gauff and then beats Pegula, and Pegula beats Sabalenka, and then I guess Gauff beats Sabalenka, it's a little more complicated. Anyways, 5-1. Anisimova is one game away from keeping herself in this WTA Finals, and it will come down to Swiatek versus Anisimova. Winner goes through, and the loser goes home. It's going to be pretty simple math. But credit to Keys for playing because she hadn't played since the US Open. She had shoulder problems for the entire part of this part of the season, and we can tell that she's had shoulder issues. But she got a set today. That was a good effort. But unfortunately, she hasn't been able to bring her best tennis this week, and that's but she's tried. You know, she has tried. She showed up and at least gave it a chance to gave herself a chance to try and get this done. But unfortunately, it's just not. Without a serve against some of these ladies, it is not easy. All right, double fault, 15-all. All right. 30-15. All right, 40-15. As Keys serves again. A fault, second serve. As Keys double faults. 40-30. All right. Keys holds. And this is going to serve for this match. Five games to 2. Okay. All right. Is there any chance of a miracle comeback? Hey, you never know. WTA, you never know. It's a double break, but you just never know. Pegula Sabalenka to go through, you reckon? Okay. Did you pick who is going to win the WTA championships? I can't remember who I picked. I don't think I picked anyone. I couldn't pick. All right, return from Keys goes to the backhand of Raducanu. I didn't pick Raducanu. I didn't pick Sabalenka either. I don't know who I picked. Did I say who I was thinking of picking? I can't remember. 15 love. Yeah, I don't know. 15 love. Anisimova serves again. No, I didn't pick Keys. I know that much. I said it would be interesting to see if Keys is feeling good, how she would play, but she's obviously not playing. She's not feeling good. I was interested to see how she looked though, because we hadn't seen her for so long. I picked Sabalenka, did I? Well, I'll take that. I'll stick with that then. I'll go Sabalenka, but also Pegula as an underdog prediction. Anyways, 30 love. As Anisimova serves again. Two points away from keeping her WTA Finals hopes alive. First serve is a fault, second serve. Serving the forehand of Keys. Back in now from Anisimova. Into the forehand of Keys. And Anisimova forehand cross court. Goes long. 30-15. Dibillo's going to be a nightmare for Djokovic. Yeah, he could be. It's going to be fun tomorrow. 30-15. There's a bit of fault. Second serve. Double fault from Anisimova, right. 30-all. There's been another fault. Server to the forehand of Keys. Forehand from Anisimova to the backhand of Keys, but Anisimova hit it out. All right, 30-40. To get back one of the breaks, Keys, as the return goes in the forehand of Anisimova. Keys backhand. Goes out. We get the deuce. All right, serve again. Into the forehand of Keys. Forehand from Anisimova to the back of the Keys. Anisimova backhand. Goes wide. Advantage Keys. To get back one of the breaks. Serve. After today, Raducanu might win the WTA Finals. That's who I want to win now. I want her to win the WTA Finals. That'd be awesome. Keys hits it out back to deuce. That's who I want. Like, I want Raducanu to win the WTA Finals. That would be so good. Like, especially, like, what a great story to finish the year. How she was outside the race of the finals for pretty much all year. I don't think she was in the top 8 for the entire season. I can't recall her being in the top 8. Maybe she was, but I think she was outside the top 8 for the entire year. She gets in by having to win a title and make a quarterfinal. You know, she gets into literally the last week of the season and wins the whole thing. That would be just such a great end of the year. Anyway, Anisimova's got a set a match point. Serving the back of the Keys. Good return to the back of Anisimova. Who hits it down the line. Keys with a slice. And Anisimova in the net. Back to deuce. Be such a great finale. And also, like, she's the only player, I think, in the top 8 that hasn't got a big trophy this year. Because Swiatek's got Wimbledon. Sabalenka's got US Open. Keys got Australia. Pegula got... Did Pegula get a big trophy? No. Pegula's been consistent, though. But I don't know. Did Pegula get a big trophy? I can't think. And Nisimova's won 1,000 events. Gauff won the French. Pellini won Rome. Okay, so Pegula and Raducanu are the only 2 players that haven't won a big trophy. Okay. All right. Match point number 2. There's a bit of fault second serve. But it would be great for Raducanu because it feels like Pegula's at least contested big trophies. I don't think Raducanu's even made a final of 1,000. Anyways, return goes out by Keys. There it is. Anisimova stays in this tournament. It'll come down to the final matchup between Swiatek. By the way, Keys is like, I'm not going to shake your hand because I'm sick. Okay. So Keys not even shaking the umpire's hand because she's like, I don't want to. I'm like, there's obviously illness going around because we saw Paolini blowing her nose. Swiatek, I think, was blowing her nose. Keys is not shaking hands because she doesn't want to exchange germs. So she must be feeling under the weather. So everybody seems to be there's Saudi sickness. What's going on? But anyway, so yeah, so I don't know what I was saying. Oh yeah, so Swiatek versus Anisimova. Winner will go through, loser will go home. One of them is playing their final match of the year on Wednesday. So that is the situation. But Raducanu is top of the group. And she deserved it after the 2 matches she played. Now she gets to play Keys, or she'll play Andreeva, depending on how Keys plays, what Keys does in the next couple of days. But at this stage, she'll be playing Keys. So yeah. Raducanu, top of the group. Thoughts on FAA's decision to pull out? I am it's strange that you would leave it to chance, but we talked about this earlier. Musetti hasn't won a title in 3 years, and he has to win the title in Greece. So I think Felix doesn't think Musetti is going to win. So he's like, the chances of him winning in, especially with Djokovic, and even like his second round match could be tough against Wawrinka or Van der Zandt, Musetti that is. I don't think FA, again, I think it's silly to leave it up to chance, but also he said he wasn't feeling great. Like he was injured, or sore. So, I mean, if you need to, again, like I said early in the day, it would be terrible if he played and got injured more and then he couldn't play Turin anyway. So to take a week off and rest up, knowing that Musetti has to do something he hasn't done for 3 years in a very tricky draw with Djokovic involved, I think Felix took his, that's a very calculated risk. Unlike Andreeva, who admitted that her team made a mistake, saying we shouldn't play Tokyo. She said it wasn't a visa issue, which is, that was more of a mistake because, she had to play that tournament. Whereas FAA, he's in a very good spot. Musetti will have to pull a miracle to get to the Turin, Novak will pull out of Turin. Well, reports are that Novak is playing Turin. He's going to announce it tomorrow or something. Yeah. So apparently Djokovic is playing Turin. So I don't know where you're hearing that. Keys did not abstain from shaking hands with Swiatek though. Yeah, because she played Swiatek 2 days ago. So maybe yesterday she started feeling sick, and today she got worse. I mean, maybe on Sunday or Saturday she wasn't feeling sick. Don't start a conspiracy that she was trying to get Swiatek sick, all right? Keys is maybe she got sick yesterday or today. Maybe she woke up feeling ill and she's like, I don't want to, spread the illness. All right. Let's see, saying this, Musetti needs a miracle. But it's in his hands, and that's a good thing. Andreeva wasn't beating Raducanu in this form. Well, we might see it. It depends on how if Keys plays the last match as well. Keys is one of the nicest players. No way she tries to make anyone sick. Exactly. Yeah, maybe she got sick. She probably got sick, because Paolini was sick in her first match. You could tell because she was blowing her nose a lot yesterday. Again, we don't know who's sick and who's not, and where it came from. Who was sick and whatever. Maybe it was just maybe they got there and one of the staff was sick and that's how it spread. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. It's not Paolini's fault. Yeah, she was sick yesterday, but she's only the first player that we saw that was sick. Could have been someone else. Could have been a coach. Could have been a trainer. Could have been staff. Could have been anybody else. Could have been a doubles player. What matches are we streaming tomorrow? So tomorrow we've got Sabalenka versus Pegula. We've got Gauff versus Paolini. And we've got Djokovic versus Tabilo. All at the same time almost. So that is the plan. Yeah, there's a lot of people in Saudi Arabia. A lot of people could have been sick. It could have been someone in the crowd who was at the practice or something. You never know. Anyways, I'm out of here. Thank you for joining. And Anisimova keeps her hopes alive of qualifying to the semis. She just has to beat Swiatek. She just has to do that. She did beat Swiatek last time they played, though, so that is a positive. But Keys, she attempted to play, and good for her, to come here and give it a shot, even though she clearly wasn't able to play her best, serve her best. I mean, 12 double faults was not because she can't serve. It's not because she's a bad server. It's because she can't serve with that shoulder. And hopefully it's not a constant issue. Hopefully it's just she needs to rest and she needs to recover rather than it being something that she's going to have to deal with next year. But hopefully she can get that sorted. If she does play the last match, we'll watch it. But if she doesn't, hopefully next year she starts off strong. And I think, look, it doesn't matter the last match if she plays or not, because it's not going to change anything for her, except for maybe some points. She'll win 200 points if she wins. That could help her ranking, but I don't know. The ranking points are pretty valuable, especially with Australia, the Australian Open she's got to defend. So yeah, but we'll see what happens. But Anisimova wins. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another day of WTA Finals, day 4. We're getting serious.